Hey everyone, welcome back to Retro Rewind Reviews, where we take a deep dive into the classics. I'm your host, John Moritz, and today we're talking about one of my personal all-time favorite films, Martin Scorsese's Goodfellas. I rewatch this movie countless times a year, and every time it feels as gripping as the first. Whether you're a fan of crime dramas or just love a great story, Goodfellas has it all. Masterful direction, unforgettable performances, and a raw, inside look at life in the mob. This isn't just any mob movie. It's a film that redefined the genre. So, let's dive in and explore why Goodfellas remains one of the greatest films of all time. Adapted from Nicholas Pileggi's book Wise Guy, Goodfellas chronicles the rise and fall of real-life gangster Henry Hill with an unflinching eye for detail. The film's pace is relentless, its storytelling immersive, pulling you deep into the gritty day-to-day realities of mob life, capturing both the allure and the devastating consequences of life in the mafia. Ray Liotta stars as Henry Hill, and while Liotta might not have been a household name before Goodfellas, this role cemented him as a major talent. His narration is key to the film's success. He walks us through his life in the mob with a casual confidence, almost like he's inviting us into a secret world that's both terrifying and exhilarating. Liotta's performance is the anchor of the film, as we watch Henry transform from a young, impressionable kid enamored by the glamour of the mob into a paranoid, desperate man on the verge of losing everything. Liotta plays Henry's shifting demeanor with precision, perfectly embodying a man whose life is unraveling as fast as his grip on the mob's tight-knit world. Then, of course, there's Robert De Niro as Jimmy Conway and Joe Pesci as Tommy DeVito, two characters that dominate every scene they're in. De Niro's Jimmy is controlled and calculating, yet there's a constant tension in his presence, as though violence is simmering just beneath the surface. His relationship with Henry evolves throughout the film, going from mentor to eventual paranoia as Henry's drug addiction and erratic behavior threaten their operations. De Niro is masterful in showing Jimmy's cold, businesslike demeanor, but it's Pesci's performance as Tommy that truly electrifies the film. Joe Pesci's portrayal of Tommy DeVito is nothing short of legendary. Pesci's ability to switch from charm to pure menace in a matter of seconds keeps the audience on edge. His funny how scene has become one of the most iconic moments in film history, perfectly encapsulating the unpredictability and danger of his character.
You're a big cops.
Really funny. Really funny.
What do you mean I'm funny?
It's funny, you know. It's a good story. It's funny. You're a funny guy.
What do you mean? You mean the way I talk? What?
It's just, you know, you're just funny. It's funny, you know, the way you tell the story and everything.
Funny how? I mean, what's funny about it?
Tommy, no, you got it all wrong.
Oh, Anthony. He's a big boy. He knows what he said. What'd you say?
You're right.
Funny how? What?
Just, you know, you're funny.
You mean,
So?
well, let me understand this, because maybe it's me, I'm a little fucked up, maybe. But I'm funny how? I mean, funny like I'm a clown, I amuse you. I make you laugh. I'm here to fucking amuse you. What do you mean funny? Funny how? How am I funny?
No, just, you know how you tell the story. What?
No, I don't know. You said it. How do I know? You said I'm funny. How the fuck am I funny? What the fuck is so funny about me? Tell me. Tell me what's funny.
Get the fuck out of here, Tommy.
You motherfucker! I almost had him! You stuttering prick, yeah? Frankie, was he shaking? I wonder about you sometimes, Henry. You may fold under questioning.
Tommy is both terrifying and captivating, a ticking time bomb that adds an incredible amount of tension to every scene. Pesci's performance earned him the Academy Award for Best Supporting Actor, a well-deserved recognition of the power he brings to the film. Through Tommy, Scorsese reminds us that, even in the mob, no one is untouchable.
It's my privilege. Thank you.
And to this day, that still remains one of the coldest Oscar speeches of all time. Scorsese's direction in Goodfellas is nothing short of masterful. From the sweeping kinetic tracking shots to the freeze frames that punctuate pivotal moments, every frame of this film is crafted with meticulous care. The cinematography, helmed by Michael Ballhaus, beautifully captures both the glamour and grit of mob life, blending the elegance of high-class settings with the raw, chaotic streets. One of the most memorable examples is the famous Copacabana tracking shot, where the camera fluidly follows Henry and Karen as they move through the bustling nightclub, accompanied by the Crystal's "Then He Kissed Me." The music elevates the dreamlike allure of the scene, a perfect representation of Henry's seamless entry into the glamorous, seductive world of the mafia.
Hey, how are you?
They will be ready. Excuse me.
Oh,
Henry,
how you doing?
Henry, nice to see you.
Yeah, good seeing you.
Hi, how are you? Anthony, right in the front.
But it's not just the set pieces. The entire film is a visual feast, using light, shadow, and movement to immerse the viewer in the story. Scorsese's pacing is another standout, particularly the rapid-fire editing of Thelma Schoonmaker that defines the film's relentless momentum, combined with a jumpy, paranoia-inducing soundtrack. These stylistic choices keep the audience on edge, reflecting the increasing chaos in Henry's life. From start to finish, Goodfellas is a visual and narrative masterpiece that never loses its energy. Speaking of the music, Scorsese's use of songs is one of the most defining aspects of Goodfellas. Rather than opting for an original score, he carefully curates a selection of jazz and rock tracks that transport viewers through the decades, adding depth to each scene. Songs like Tony Bennett's Rags to Riches perfectly set the tone for Henry's early aspirations, capturing the allure of the mob lifestyle.
Good. Nice to see you.
Golden dreams will not come true.
Hey. Tony Stacks, how are you?
Will I go from rags to
Tony Cicero.
this beat can I see kid? My fate
All
is
right,
up to you.
Tootie.
The inclusion of Bobby Darin's Beyond the Sea, Aretha Franklin's Baby I Love You, the Cadillac's Speedo, as well as countless others further grounds the film in the culture of the time, giving it a nostalgic but gritty authenticity. Scorsese uses music not only to reflect the mood, but to amplify it, creating an atmosphere of sophistication and danger, which elevates the storytelling, making every song feel like a character in its own right. Beyond the technical prowess and electrifying performances, Goodfellas succeeds because of its thematic depth. At its core, the film is about loyalty, betrayal, and the illusion of the American dream. Henry, like many of Scorsese's characters, is obsessed with success and the shortcuts to achieving it. The mafia, for him, represents a way out of the mundane and into a life of excitement, wealth, and power. But as Goodfellas makes clear, that life comes at a cost. The movie, despite its depiction of extreme violence, reveals a close-knit world where everyone knows each other, and loyalty is everything, which in the end creates an atmosphere of claustrophobia, where characters can't escape their choices no matter how much they may want to. As Henry's world unravels, it's fascinating to see such a deconstruction of a character and a lifestyle once so idolized. After years of living on the edge, his punishment is not prison or death, but the dull monotony of the emptiness of ordinary everyday life. When Goodfellas was released in 1990, it came at a time when the mob genre had already been dominated by films like The Godfather. Yet, Scorsese's approach was different. It wasn't a carbon copy of the classic romanticized vision of the mafia, but but instead a raw, unfiltered look at the day-to-day life of gangsters. The gritty realism helped redefine the gangster genre, making Goodfellas a major influence on later films and TV shows, like The Sopranos. Today, Goodfellas is frequently cited as one of the greatest films ever made, not just in the gangster genre, but in any genre. The movie garnered widespread acclaim, earning 6 Academy Award nominations, including Best Picture, Best Director for Scorsese, and Best Adapted Screenplay for Scorsese and Nicholas Pileggi. While it didn't win Best Picture, losing to Dances with Wolves, its influence on cinema has only grown over time. And that's why Goodfellas remains one of the greatest films of all time. Its blend of impeccable direction, powerhouse performances, and thematic depth make it more than just a crime film. It's a cinematic masterpiece. Thanks for tuning in to Retro Rewind Reviews. If you like this deep dive into Goodfellas, hit that like button, and don't forget to subscribe for more classic movie reviews. Let me know in the comments what film you want me to review next. As always, make sure to love and respect each other, but most importantly, yourselves. This is John Moritz signing off. Catch you next time.